So I just got in from cycling. And the room is coming along splendidly. In fact, I think I'm going to be completed soon. I'll tell you what I have. Oh, what's going on with that there then? I don't know what went on there with that. I've also made these little things. Got loads more room over here now. I've cleared this bit. I'm going to move the sofa thing over there and clear the other side, and I'm done. But I've made these, look. Do you reckon of these? Hang on. I think they look pretty cool. Hang on. Boom. And another one there. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is hoover all this, and then with all these records that are right up the top, the ones I'm not really going to listen to, them ones, I'm going to bang them underneath the decks, because I'm not really going to be getting them out a lot. And I've got news on the amplifier. The news on the amplifier is I'll give it a good looking over, and hopefully it'll work in a minute. If not, we'll be singing along. Oh, also I'll put that bit, this, up as well. But yeah, it's all good. And what's even better news is I haven't got to talk to Clarion anymore. I've basically Tom sent me like contracts. I've signed that. He's now taking over full control of Clarion, so I ain't even got to talk to them. What was that, Marcy? You said I couldn't do that, and I had to talk to you. Well, I'm sorry, I don't. Yeah, so if I seem a bit more chirpy, that's why. That's why I'm able to complete this room, because I thought the social workers thought I was going mad or chatting shit, but they've seen it with their own eyes, and I didn't prompt them. They actually said, "Is that the way that they've been treating you?" I said, "Yeah." And Tom said, "It looks like they're having a go at you." And you've actually come so far. I said, "Well, I know." But yeah. See, now I've got other eyes on them. It's just a bit better. But yeah. Okay. And the temperature's going up. I know that much. It'll all be sorted in a minute. What I'm going to have to do then, once I've cleaned the floor, I'm going to have to move everything right over that side while I put the floor down, the carpets. I might go from that side to that side. I haven't decided yet. That's the last little job, and I'll put a few more glow in the dark things there. I'll put a few more up. Still not headbutted the speaker again yet. Just put warning sign up around that. I don't know what to do with these things, guys. Obviously, I thought I was going to need 4 of these posts, so I've sprayed them all up nice. Obviously, we got one there and one there, and where probably the floor's not level, them ones don't go under there. I'll show you, unless I build something up underneath it, possibly. But to be honest with you, it's pretty secure. It's got my 2 decks on it. Well, it's got 3 decks on it at the minute. Look, see what I mean? It misses by quite a bit. Even when you straighten that out. Let's What's going on with this? Yeah. I suppose I could try and work them in and put something underneath it. Yeah, I just got back from town. It's rather warm out there. No more Marcy. No more Clarion. I bet she's gonna have the right ailment, Tom, when he emails her. Because my specialist and my doctor said I should be enjoying the rest of my life, obviously with the late diagnosis. And my specialist says whatever you do, Phil, don't look back. A lot of people get diagnosed later in life, like me, and they look back and just do their heads in. And obviously I haven't looked back. I'm enjoying life. And that's what I'm supposed to be doing. What I'm actually supposed to be doing is like therapeutic. I'm adjusting to life with all this stuff. Yeah, but yeah, a lot of people who start looking back and analysing their lives and thinking, oh, I made that bad decision, it was ADHD, you know what I mean, doing their heads in. But to be honest, I haven't. Obviously, I've thought back and thought, how mad would it have been if I'd have known about it? But at the end of the day, I don't dwell on that. I look to the future. I'm more of an optimist than a pessimist. Yeah, like I said to Tom, I shouldn't be sitting here dealing with them fucking shit for brains Clarion people. Do you know what I mean? I should be enjoying my life, which is what I'm doing now. But I've got to say, having the social workers has really helped. And like I just said to Tom, it makes me laugh how Clarion say, oh, we're going to be supporting you. Well, where's my support then? All they want to do is fix the house. Surely I've got to fix myself first. Do you know what I mean? But they've got shit for brains. They don't like people who talk back to them like I do. But like I've said before, they're probably used to people with my disorders but with learning problems who probably ain't got a lot to say to them. Might not even understand them, but to be honest, when I talk to Clarion, I'm 6 steps ahead of them. Do you know what I mean? It's crazy. And why have I only fell out with them now? Do you know what I mean? I've been here all my life. Crazy. Threatening me with some dodgy judge because I swore. Well, whoopee. I'll swear again. Do you know what I mean? I'm fucking 54, 53, not 15. Like I said to Tom, ADHD people are prone to swear anyway. And what do they do with people that have got Tourette's and who are calling them the C word every 2 seconds? Do they get threatened too? But yeah, it's nice to know I ain't got to deal with them anymore. And Marcy's a bullshit because she said she wrote me a letter, right, saying she was coming the other day. Well, admittingly, I haven't opened my letters sporadically, but I opened them all after she said that. Sorted all my water bill out and everything. And there's no fucking letter from Marcy at all. She's a bright prize bullshitter. Crazy. And she's my local area officer, right? She comes from Crawley. Well, I'm in West Kent. Do you know what I mean? How is it my local office? It's just bollocks. Like Tom said, you ain't got to deal with her. I see she talks to me like fucking little Miss Hitler. And it gets to the point where I just tell them, you can just all fuck right off. And she says, oh, the judge just told you to stop swearing. I said, well, I ain't even seen no judge. Then they was on about fucking Asbos or something. And I rang I've got a criminal solicitor. Not that I've had to use him since I was young, but I rang him, but he said they don't even do Asbos anymore. Fucking crazy. Because the first time I met Marcy, I said, what's all this antisocial behaviour? I said, should we go and knock on my neighbour's door and look at people over the road, people up the street? Because they all know me. And she fucking went all quiet. Crazy. I don't know. I said, also I've come away from my emails because that's where Clarion will be. So I haven't got an email. Well, I have got an email, I just don't go in there. Peaceful, eh? See, my last advocate, this young lady that comes from Maidstone, she's an advocate worker. They just stopped talking to her in the end. They won't be able to do that with Tom, where he's a social worker. Basically, I have to have a mouthpiece because I will probably say something to them, do you know what I mean? And obviously, I haven't got to deal with the stress. I said to Tom, you just tell me when they're coming, what they're doing. Tom's going to come, and we're just going to sort it all out. But see, when we met Marcy with Charlotte 3 months ago or whatever, Charlotte's amazed that all they've done is my front door. It's just complete bollocks. It really is. Because I said to Tom yesterday, I'm sure there's a hidden agenda or something that I don't know about. Whether they're trying to make me want to move or what, I don't know. I really can't work it out, but I ain't got to go anywhere. That's what annoys them. I'm quite happy, do you know what I mean? Why move if you're happy? Do you know what I mean? It's not like I'm in my 30s or whatever, do you know what I mean? I'm 53. And where my dad struggled in the house was more to do with mobility and that. And I'm not going to have any mobility issues, man, where this house is concerned. Yeah, who knows? Who knows? I used to say to my dad, though, sure you don't want to move, we'll go and get a little flat or something. He said, what do I want to do that for? So, it's quite mad because my mum passed away in the middle bedroom. I don't mind talking about it, it's happened years ago. And then my dad went in the other room. I might go in this one, what do you reckon? Fucking crazy. Then again, saying that, I'm looking to get into my 80s and 90s. Have I overcooked the age there? No, not at all. If my dad can get to 78, drinking and smoking like a sailor, I should be getting to 98. And to be honest, what kills most people is a heart attack. I think my cousin tried telling me that we've got some genetic thing with our hearts, but it don't apply to me. I'd have dropped dead by now. Most of them is probably because they're all fucking been drinkers, do you know what I mean? I don't know. Crazy. And again, if I did move, it'd be nice to have all that money they were going to give me. How many two-tone records I could buy with that, eh? Again, I wouldn't want to move and then think, oh, I want to go back. It's like my mate Darren, who lives up the road, who I sort of went to primary school with. His mum and dad passed away, and yeah, I'm getting out of here, I'm moving. He's fucking still up there years later. I said, you won't go? And he's still there now. Again, I know his head's done right in because his mum and dad passed away within weeks of each other. Suddenly as well. Obviously with my dad, the end of life care and all that, we knew what was on, you know what I mean? We knew what was going on. I suppose it's more of a shock. Well, to be honest, even if you know what's going on, when you find your sort of loved one passed away, it is pretty shocking, but at the end of the day, we're all going to go that way, do you know what I mean? Yeah, I've got no sort of... That's a good thing about me and my dad. Even the nurses said it's good that you and your dad talk about death and you're all at ease with it. Because a lot of people don't talk about death. And when it comes to like the time, they're all like, because they haven't spoke about it. But obviously, me and my dad spoke about everything. There wasn't like a topic that was like off subject, but yeah, crazy, eh? To be honest, I quite enjoy not talking to all my brothers and sisters because I have a quiet life. I ain't got to listen to all their bullshit. And to be honest, none of them got anything interesting to say. I talk to my nieces. That'll do, mate. And my dodgy little nephew. That's about it. And even my sister's kids think she's off her head. So I'm not, you know, I was telling them that years ago. Now they're all coming up to me saying, "Oh, you were right." Crazy, eh? Oh, to have been an only child. That's a bit boring. I suppose it's an advantage that I'm the youngest. From the 70s. There's something flying around in here. I might have to turn my zapper I got on the wall last night. You can hear him just cooking. Right, I've got to sort this bit of wallpaper out as well. Look. Just got to cut that around the socket. That clock's still going, that. And the other one's out the back. I've had a look at it, and obviously it had that water in it. Anybody that can remember? I'm having a job getting the sort of lens off, so I might have to drill a minute little hole in it just to drain the water out. But whether it works or not, I don't know. But that one works all right. And obviously the other side of the clock. Saying that, this one's my favourite, I think, still. Boom. Size of that. That's well heavy, that one. I've still got to put my mum's picture up and a picture of my dad. I thought I'd put a picture of my dad up here as well. Not that I've got it yet, it's downstairs. There it is, buzzing around. In fact, I'm going to open that window and let him fly out. Finish my Feels a bit weird not having to deal with Clarion, having all that. Obviously, it's on mine. Let Tom deal with all their bullshit. It all started when I first met, what's her name? Bitch Face. And then I rang up Clarion. I said, Marcy shouldn't be dealing with people with autism and ADHD. And a week later, I had a threatening letter, court letter, like, bruh. I said, well, surely I'm a good judge of who should be. But, yeah, I bet she's pissed right off. She'll think she can't get at me anymore. Because she can't. She needs lessons in people with disorders. Well, obviously, everybody's ADHD is different. To be honest, unless you've got it, it's proper hard to kind of understand. I suppose the nearest people I get who understand it, apart from other people that I meet that have got it, I can tell that straight away, is my specialist. My GP just doesn't really know a lot about it, but a specialist, he knows everything about it. He knows everything about it, but he's obviously learning. In fact, he said I was actually educating him in like older people with it. So like Tom, he's a trainee social worker. I said, well, really, Tom? I said, you're going to get a good lesson here from me. And he said he is. I sent him some information about ADHD relapse. And what that is where you get so much jammed in your brain because you've got idiots like Clarion telling you loads of shit. And you get an ADHD lockdown. You just can't do anything. You just as people have seen me, I haven't been able to do anything. That's what that is. ADHD paralysis, it's also known as. But I think Marcy just thinks I'm making it all up, whereas I sent the links to Tom and he actually got educated and came back to me and said, that's quite interesting, you know. Do you know what I mean? Like Marcy's going, do this, do that. Do you know what I mean? I'm not capable of doing that. All the time I've got the ADHD paralysis. And then she had to go at me because obviously Tom and that offered to help me with the house, and I said, look, I've got to do it. I'm doing it myself, like I am. And Tom thinks that's a great thing, but Marcy's like, crazy. Hello, mate, Glasgow. How's Glasgow today? Nice and sunny, I hope. I'm very well, thank you. I'm just in West Kent in England. The Garden of England, how about that? Just going to have a spliff. Still got a spliff left, you know. Some dust in the bottom. But yeah, I'm going to be saving for the car this week. I think by the weekend I'm just going to be melting down because it's just going to be far too hot for me. It's going to be a prolonged heat wave as well. I know what I've got to do this afternoon. Go and get my meds, I think, if they're in. It's raining. Cup of tea, yeah, I might do actually. In Jamaica. It's too hot for me. In fact, I'm debating whether to get me tent and head down the river with my fishing rod as well. Do a bit of fishing and magnet fishing. We do a bit of real fishing and magnet fishing. It's going to be nice and cool by the river, and I can always dive in the river. Yeah. And again, soon be Christmas, won't it? It'll soon be Christmas and snowing and freezing. Yeah, I just want to get out of it. It gets so hot in here, do you know what I mean? So, get down the river, take me tent, some burgers and stuff, take me little stove. Get the tunes on. Yeah, I'm just wiring up my amp at the moment. Well, to be honest, I'm just on the floor, but I've wired in some speakers into the amp. I've got some more speakers to bring up. But I haven't put the top back on the amp yet, because just in case it doesn't work. So I think it could be something else, because I've tried 3 mixers, 3 amplifiers. This was just me pressing the wrong button, maybe. Yeah, we're going to have one Technics there, a mixer there, and another Technics there. And then over here we got all sort. Oh, I've got this proper old school tape deck as well. Got all this stuff there. Got all the records there. That's all two-tone. That's all two-tone. Two-tone up to there. But in all that you've got acid, techno, trance, garage, all sorts, disco. But what we're going to do, we're going to stick all the ones I don't listen to under there, and then about here. Oh, hang on, can I swing that round? No, it's not letting me swing that round. Hang on a minute. It might now. Yep. About here, I'm going to have my Technics cabinet. In fact, I might have the cabinet flush with the edge of that. And that's going to basically have all my if you want, all my two-tone won't fit in there, but all my favourite ones, do you know what I mean? But yeah, we're going to be having all the two-tone bands plus my UB40 collection, which was my first collection. But hopefully some of these garage ones, we'll have a trip up London on a live one day. Because I don't even mind selling 200 or 300 of them, and then just investing the money back into the two-tone, because I don't listen to them. And I know for a fact that some of them, obviously my ravey tunes and acid tunes I'll keep, but I know some of that garage music goes for a lot of money in London. The old school garage, I've got loads of it. I've got loads of white labels as well. Crazy. Shahir, is that correct? PK, hello. Hello to everybody out there. Hope everybody's having a good day or good evening or good morning, wherever you are. Me, I'm just doing my room here, and I might go out there in a minute in the sun at my willow tree. But we're going to have to keep that Pioneer amp working. In fact, it's a really powerful amplifier. When it works, I still haven't listened to my new records, you know, them two that I bought. I pronounced your name right. There you go. Now, I'm normally quite good at pronunciations. In fact, I feel quite happy with that comment because you're not the first person to say that. That's just how I read it. But then again, a lot with English, you can read it one way but say it another. It's strange. It's the most complex language. Then again, saying that, I could talk slang sort of English, and you wouldn't understand me. But there you go. Wear it on your sleeve. Hello, mate. How are you? Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on where you are. Anyway, I'm going to make a coffee because I've got some cream actually at the farm shop. Got to go and get my meds, man. Wake myself up a bit. All I've got is these 12-hour slow release things, which I'm not going to do. She ordered me tablets today, but they'll come later, I think. But I can only get them when there's a pharmacist there because it's controlled medication. Yeah. In fact, even the front room's getting less messy because obviously I'm moving my records up. We got one more bundle of records in here to. In fact, we've bagged them up. What we got here? Some Thompson Twins picture discs. Check these out. And got another Thompson Twins picture disc. Indonesia. My old school teacher when I was a little boy, he came from Jakarta, which I believe is in Indonesia. When I was at primary school. Very good teacher actually. And I've got one last one. And these ones are my mum's records that she made. I've got to take them off as well. I've got to get another bag. Sun's out again. Willow tree blowing around. I've decided not to open my windows. I think the house gets hotter when I open the windows. Not looking forward to that heat wave. I don't mind it when it's about 27, 28. That's all right. But when it starts getting to 30, 32, 36, like this weekend, it's too much for me. I'll be back in a minute. Fucking Just Eat, right? Fucking Just Eat, right? I ordered loads of stuff, right, early hours in the morning, and they cancelled it, yet took my money. And now I've got to wait 5 days for it to come back. I just told the guy I ain't waiting 5 days. What are the bollocks? Oh, excuse my English. Time now? 12:15. I think she said the second meds delivery comes at about 4, but... And I can't find my bus pass either. So I might have to ring up and pay for another one. You love my accent, thank you. In fact, I might be able to talk to the girl on the phone and explain my ADHD, that I lose things, because they did me another one for nothing. In fact, I might try that. Knowing my luck, they'll send a new one out and I'll find this one. I don't think I've lost it, as in lost it outside. I think it's in here somewhere. In fact, it's in my little black sort of bag thing with my other bank card. I think there's some money in there as well. I don't know where it is. That'd be a bonus whenever I find that. Right, I'm going to have a nice cup of coffee. I've got to get some sugar, that's what I've got to do. Got a lot tread on that. Yeah, get some sugar. Put that there for a minute. A little bit of sugar. I think there's some in 10. I think the social worker's coming out tomorrow. Where's me tea cream? Ooh. Check that out. Double cream. I eat a lot of cream and milk and stuff. I'm getting into it. Should have a little tab that you pull up. This was quite expensive actually from the farm shop. Oh, there we go. Look. I made that one off the spot. Wow. It's like clotted cream. Very fattening, but it don't matter if you cycle loads. You can only put on loads of weight when I don't really exercise a lot, because I exercise a lot. Right, let's go and get that smoke, and we'll go out in the tent, shall we? Sit out there and have a coffee. Might need to get the fan on though. It's a little bit worse. The last place you want to be in a tent, really, in the sun. Right. Take that spliff. Might take some stuff out there. Might have 2 spliffs out there. Who knows? You never have it on your coffee. You like it on the cakes. Fresh cream cakes are very nice. In fact, I used to be a baker and a chef. Still, I've got these vape things. Right, that's all we need there. In fact, I might as well put that little bit of weed there in your stand. Got the radio as well out in the tent, I think. Right. That's all we need, I think. No, leave that music there. What that noise is. The wheelie bin washer, possibly. Oh. Noisy, wait a minute. Yeah, we've got some, the last few records, probably about 10 to take up there. Oh, that's what I'll show you as well when we're in the tent. I said I was going to, obviously I've got that, all them gold RAM sticks and computer bits I scrap. Well, I'm going to have a go at the gold recovery thing. I've already done a bit, but I need my magic pliers. There you go. Yeah, it's got little fingers of gold on them. Normally I just sell them all, I just sell it all in one sort of thing as it comes. But I've seen people trying to refine it, but obviously the more refined gold you get, the more value it's going to have. But there they are. I know where the gold is downstairs. In fact, these were my dad's pliers. How about that? And what else do we need? We need a record bag. In fact, we'll have 2 record bags. I'm going to turn that fly zapper off. The radio's already out there. It's all good. Got to put the washing on, but that can wait. Right. Right, let's these little gold pots. You just put that there in it. So all I'm doing is opening up this. Grabbing all the ram sticks. And I'll show you what we do with them. In fact, we're going to the scrapyard tomorrow, I think. Yeah. Electronic recycling. Loads of money in it. It's just going to get bigger and bigger. Because they've mined all the precious minerals. There's none left. Everybody sort of wants technology. Do you remember life before your mobile phone? Who remembers that? Back when you all had a life. Now everyone's got them. That's red hot. Warm in here. Oh, it's like the Caribbean in here. Wow. Mute button. Wow. That's ridiculously warm.
We've got exclusive commentary of the Women's European Cup. That is unbelievable. There's a load of sport this summer, and we'll give it to you straight. Talk Sport's the place to be to keep right up to date. So don't.
Oh, wrong one. Anyway, I'll be back in about half an hour.